Check the lane like a game of chess. You want to be better, bring the best. When you standing in your front yard yelling, bring them out, bring them out. I'm a hot girl yelling, bring them out, bring them out. All the dope boys yelling, bring them out, bring them out. From the backstage yelling.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Red, strike, set. Ready?
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Open man here is Benson. That'll go for a gain of 7. And it'll be 2nd down.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd down and 3.
Down, yellow, go, yellow, steel, black.
Shotgun snap and a give to Benson. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line.
Striking, 3, slam, red.
That's good.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Right, check, here we go, 45, white, ready?
A give up the middle with Benson. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a 1st. The completion on 1st didn't get much, and now the run on 2nd doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down in his play sheet, trying to dial up a big 3rd down play.
First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a 1st down, too. Well, they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chain, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the 1st down. Offense is getting established. You're moving the ball. You're not turning it over. Check, check, check. They like what they're doing early in the game. No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Let's put.
He'll look to throw. He has it complete to Christian Watson. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Now, the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far in the opening drive.
We're always talking about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
50, green.
Again, he'll drop to throw. He's got Harrison left side complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 22-yard line. Back to throw again. Over the middle, complete. It's Benson. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will.
How about a nod to the sequence of plays they're putting together here? This has been death by 1,000 paper cuts on this drive. But this is one of their best plays yet, and they're able to move it down into the red zone.
Ready?
On 1st and 10, it's Bigsby. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
2nd and 4. They could still get a 1st down without scoring.
Set, ready. Drill, 52. Ready.
Now back to throw. This will be caught at about the 5. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd and 3.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. Boy, that's a 5-yard loss. 4th down now. Bear in mind, that wasn't a big lineman back there for the tackle for loss. That was a cornerback.
So are you saying the myth has been shattered? That all of them are not just cover corners? Some of them actually will stick their nose in and tackle when necessary? That's what we just saw, isn't it?
Every possession in the postseason magnified, and look, it's just the opening drive. They didn't get the touchdown they wanted, but at least they got on the board.
They got on the board. They've got their home crowd into it as well. And remember, in the playoffs, the game slows down a little bit, so every point is precious.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
First down at their own 26-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. 79 Broncos.
And the tight end goes in motion left. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Just a gain of a couple there. And that'll make it second down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
19.
Here's 2nd and 8. Throw out wide to Walker. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down, Seattle, 16 yards, the gain there.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Better than a 30-yard gain as we wind down towards 30 seconds left in the corner.
It's early, but announcer cliche alert here. Big players make big plays. Should I say in big games too? What the heck. And this defense, they're going to have to find some way to slow him down as this game goes on, because when this combination is going good, they can tear your secondary apart.
A quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try to pick up another first down.
19, 18, Pioneer. 18, Rattler, 18, Rattler. 70 Lions. Ready.
First carry here for Kenneth Walker III. And he's going to be stopped up just short of the first down at the Cardinals' 14. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up.
Panther 60. Ready.
And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12.
I like this focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need 1. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
Okay, ready.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Jack Panther. Let's go. Ready.
Again, it's Walker. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
7 yards left for 2nd down. Ball at the 10.
Count. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. To the left side, catch made by Royal. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Elijah Arroyo, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Point after, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
Key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material.
Ready, cut.
A quick throw to Adunze on the RPO. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
It's a gain of 8.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Now he's going to step up and run. He'll get this into the hands of Adunze. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Now they'll try to take advantage of that offsides call. Here's 1st and 5. They'll look to throw. A short one here, caught by McBride. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, you can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
On first down, it's Benson. They'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
From the 31, here's a 2nd down and 4.
Set, hut. What? Set.
They'll look to throw here. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
The offense on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 15-yard line. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
Red, yellow.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Down. Yellow, 43. Set.
Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Harrison. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Marvin Harrison Jr., a 14-yard touchdown. And the Cardinals have regained the lead. Now Andres Borregales for the extra point. And it's through, and that makes the lead at 10-7.
Makes the score Cardinals 10, Seahawks 7.
Following the touchdown, Borregales back out to send this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
1st and 10 at
their own 26-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. 2nd and 9 now. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. A big play there. 73 yards. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead is now 14-10. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
26-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started.
Ready?
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. They'll look middle here and give it to Odunze. From the 34-yard line here, 2nd and a couple. Back to throw here. Now he'll tuck this and run. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they bring this one back. It's a fumble recovery and a Seattle touchdown. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week. He's smiling. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes it a 21-10 game. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
Ready.
They've got to be a little shell-shocked. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Still in the first half. They've got to turn things around quickly. And he's going to be touched down, but he's got the first down. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Set, ready, hut.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Now he's going to step up and run. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. Now 2nd and 3. Running out of the gun here with Benson. And he'll take it down shy of 45 at the 46. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
That's good. Cardinals, 1st down.
Black shot.
1st and 10 at the 46.
They're going to look to throw. This is caught. It's Christian Watson. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The Cardinal passing game dialed in now. 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
On play action, they'll throw. And he slings one that's incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
2nd and 10.
Let's go now. Check, hunt.
They'll drop the throw. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone is in a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw again. A short one here, caught by McBride. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 17-yard line. 11 more yards there. This methodical drive continues.
1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Yellow.
They run over center with Benson. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter.
Ready.
Here's a 2nd and 5.
Down. Ready.
They'll set up a throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Benson. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Check 45. White. Ready.
Benson will take this one in. It's a Cardinal touchdown. He finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL. A complete back. 3 down, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
17. Andy Horikawa set to kick off.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Right there.
And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
16 yards. 1st down, Seahawks.
19 tight. Here we go. Set. 60 boxes. 60. Cut 19. Cut 19.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Back to throw now on 1st down. He finds his man complete. It's Horton. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2.
On the jump. Let's go now. Ready.
There's a short one caught by Arroyo. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 5. And that will bring up 2nd down. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. first half. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break.
Andres Borregales is set to kick off.
One of these 2 teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A great play there. 74 yards. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Now the extra point try forthcoming. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. They'll try and start this drive in the air. This is intercepted. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
70 Timberwolves. 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal.
Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
19 Lions.
In motion comes the tight end left. On first down, he'll drop to throw. This one goes underneath to Walker. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal.
Well, this is a defense that's definitely on their heels now because they gave up the running play for good yardage one play ago. Now the pass here sets this offense up 1st and goal. They're going to have to dig in strong now because they've been in retreat so far in this drive. This offense on the march.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. Torrey Horton from 6 yards away. And the Seahawks continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack the defense and take them out of the game.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
From the 38 now, here's second down and 2. On the give, it's Benson.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Looking to throw.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Reek Willen.
And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
So first and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
He'll drop to throw. And now this is intercepted. My goodness.
And the Cardinals are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Here's second and 10.
Black, red, black shot. Here we go.
He'll set up to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a third time.
Picked off by Mickey Manwari.
Partner's bad enough when you just can't hold on to the football. But when your quarterback's throwing it to the other team, that's 3 interceptions now, 4 turnovers for the game. You really have no chance to win the football game.
Cowboy 80. Go.
Walker now on first and 10. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. A gain of 3, second down.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set him up.
Sticking with Walker on second down.
And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And he appears to be about 2 feet short on 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1. Line of scrimmage, the 2. They can still get a first down if they just get a yard out of this on 4th and very short. And not only did he not get in the end zone, he didn't get the first down either. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Cardinals, first down. First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Pause red.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawks defense.
So we'll recount real quick. He had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's had himself a game.
And that'll be incomplete.
Down several scores and playing behind the chains is not the way to have success in this one. Right now, if you're the offensive line, your big concern, protecting your quarterback and give him a chance to try and throw something downfield to pick up the needed yardage.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Hard to forget starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your catch.
And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Second and goal. At the Cardinals' 9-yard line.
18, run. 18. Here we go. Set. Right. Go.
Back to throw.
All right, rifles one, and it's going to be intercepted. And the Cards are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. But, Charles, I know you appreciate seeing this great defense, especially with the heightened intensity of the postseason. These two defenses, they have risen to the occasion to force back-to-back interceptions.
You know me well, Brandon. I always stand with my fellow defenders. And I love watching them make plays, and you nailed it. It's playoff time. This is when it matters most.
And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
Cardinals, first down.
He'll look to throw.
On the RPO, he'll keep it himself.
Able to locate his running back open downfield. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
The 2 big plays right in succession as this one goes for 27.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 41. He'll look to throw.
Man open, that's Anthony Schwartz.
And he's taken down inside the 30. They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. 1 quarter remains in this NFC wildcard matchup. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
30-yard line, 2nd and 12.
Let's go now. Set.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
Ready?
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
50, green. Touch.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. And they keep those sticks moving forward, that time with a gain of 3.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone.
Trey Benson, he scored on the ground and through the air. And the Cardinals go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points.
Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead will be cut down to 14.
38. Cardinals 24. Andy Borregales set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, Borregales back out to send this one away.
Room to run at the 50. Still going inside the 30. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Seahawks. It's been a back back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Now, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff.
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
At their own 32-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete.
It's a gain of 18. And the Cardinals first down.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
He'll get that complete to Harrison.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
Well, throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Well, no one likes to see that drop, but I'll guarantee it's not going to stop his quarterback from going back to him anytime he has open space.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And oh, my goodness, here's a 5th interception.
Picked off by Amari Barno. And the Seahawks will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
So 4th quarter, a nice run there to start this drive. Charles, what do you think the split will be here between run and pass?
Well, partner, I think it'll lean towards the run, but this is also not a time where you just totally do that. You still have to possess the ball, move the sticks, and keep the clock moving as well. So they'll run their offense, but yeah, when they have a chance to run it, they'll do that a little bit more.
That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation.
Here now, a 3rd down and 8.
19 Tiger.
And the slot man goes in motion left. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance, if they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing that puts them in that position.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We we've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
A pass complete to Odunze.
This offense on 3rd down today, they've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. Now back to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to have the Cardinals 1st down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2. Handoff here to Benson. They find some open field here. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
67 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. Back to throw here.
Now he'll tuck this and run.
On the run, he'll let this go deep right side.
And that's going to be incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
Here we go. 60 red.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you.
And my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by Nicky Van Warren. And the Seahawks are going to have it here at their own 15.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
It's been a dominant performance to this point, Charles, and this is probably exactly how they scripted this and envisioned it. They got a 3-score lead, 4th quarter, and a chance if they want to continue to pour it on here.
It is their call, isn't it? I mean, the way that they have taken on this game and the way that they have carried this game and have dominated this game, you're exactly right. Do what you want down the stretch. We are in the era of, hey, if you don't want us to do this to you, then you need to stop us. Their call to finish this one off.
So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
They're going to look to throw.
Right side, he finds his receiver, Horton.
And he will not get what he needed as he stops short of the 1st down at around the 22. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well.
And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt.
And the Cards will take over 1st and 10.
On the ready.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
Here we go.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, They've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
And this play's still live. He faked the spike, going to throw it.
And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Oh, he didn't spike it. He faked it.
That'll be caught. And he will get out of bounds and pick up the first down. So they catch the defense napping, and the fake spike works to move the chains.
The fake spike becoming a little bit more prevalent in today's game. It worked there.
Those old days of brother-in-law in that play, you know, where you kind of know what they're doing. They're going to, you know, spike the ball and the play's dead and everyone just kind of relaxes. Those are gone, aren't they? Because now...
And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals.
Roma Dunze
from 13 yards out.
And the Cards have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth.
The Cardinal offense not going anywhere. They'll stay out and go for 2. And this is intercepted. And that should do it.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. And oh, he caught it. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
Let's go now. Check, tap the pound. Hey, smash Broncos. Let's go.
They got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on first down.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
All right, just go ahead and say it with me. That was a
mistake.
Yeah, sure. Without a doubt. Because at some point, put your foot in the ground, get upfield, and get down protecting the ball. Don't go out of bounds, because when you go out of bounds, you're really just helping the defense.
Yeah, not to be too hyperbolic, but it's like giving the D an extra timeout, isn't it?
It certainly is. Gives them a chance to regroup, and it means you have to snap the ball an additional time, which always means the possibility of a mistake.
The Seahawks, they are moving on as we say so long, everybody.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long and sign off from the desert.